I'm Jewell Loyd from Lincolnwood, Illinois, a little small suburb out of Chicago. I'm here to share my story, my journey with ESPN, Andscape, and everyone else who's following along. Welcome to the show. I'm Jewell Loyd, and this is my Olympic diary, episode 1. Growing up in Lincolnwood, it's a very small town, and honestly, everyone plays Little League baseball together, basketball. I grew up on the block, so you kind of like mature and grow as you get older to court. If you don't know, I grew up playing tennis, so every day for 6 to 8 hours a day, I was on the tennis court. My break was playing basketball, and this one time I was going to the park, and these two boys were playing, and they wouldn't let me play. And so I was sitting there waiting. My brother, of course, is the guy who always takes me to the park, so he looks at me and goes, why aren't you hooping? I'm like, well, they won't let me play. He's like, well, they want to play him for it? I was like, okay. I'm younger, my brother is like 8 years older than me, so they looked at me, and they were older than me too, and they're like, oh, like you're picking up her? I remember the score being 9-9, first one to 10, straight up. We checked the ball. I get the ball, and their game plan was to just trap me. And so I remember dribbling to the corner, they trapped me, and I just remember my brother cutting. He's like, Jewell, throw it. I take the ball, throw it over my head, he catches it in the air. This is the first time I've ever seen my brother dunk the ball. So he's flying in the air, and for me, it looked like Michael Jordan in Space Jam, just like, he's like standing in slow motion, dunks it, we win. I'm yelling, going crazy, like, get off the court, you know? And it was like a crazy atmosphere, and in that moment, I was like, this is why I love this game. Like, I wanna be on this court. I don't wanna play tennis. I love the game of tennis, but this is what drives me, and this is what I want. And ever since then, it was just like, I was locked in. Gold Mamba, that name, of course, brings a smile to my face. It brings a lot of memories, a lot of conversations of just someone who just inspired me and believed in me. Kobe was the only one who could give you that name and give you that honor, but also knew that he gave me that because he knew I could handle it. Everything that goes on with the Mamba mentality and just inspiring the next generation of athletes. You know, he was the first person that, once I left Notre Dame, to really believe that I was supposed to be in the league. He believed in me and gave me hope that I could do the same thing that he did, to go in and make a change. And having Gold Mamba associated with me and my play, it's an honor, and I don't take it for granted at all. I really want to say the moment that Kobe passed, that changed everything for me. My mindset and everything that he was telling me for so many years finally like made sense. Once he passed, it was like everything I wrote down, all the things, I just kind of read them. I'm like, oh my gosh, like he was always right. Like this is exactly what's happening, or this is what I'm feeling. And that's when like everything changed for me, where I was like, I'm supposed to be here. I have so much to give to the game, to the people around me. Like, let's not waste this time. And that kind of changed for me. And the two phrases was, you know, create forever and be epic. And that's what kind of has pushed me to another level of my game and mentality, and me off the court as well. And I really haven't turned back. Success is a crazy thing, honestly. The journey, the ups and downs. There's a lot of things people don't see when you're holding a trophy at the end of the season, holding an MVP trophy. They don't understand the work that really goes into it, the sacrifices that you make to get there. I've been very fortunate to have a really solid career so far. I'm still battling on a lot of things, but it's just been a crazy journey. And for me, the biggest thing I just wanted to be, it started with just the belief of being better than my brother, right? I just want to be better than my brother. And then it kind of turned to, okay, I've made some history here. How can I also serve people as well?
Late in the third, Storm up 2, Jewell Loyd.
If anyone was to watch last year's season with the Storm, knowing my contract was up, knowing how it went, you probably would think I should just run far, far away from the storm, not turn back. But I had a vision.
Jewell feeling it, look out, step back, there you go!
I wasn't done believing in what I saw from our players last year. And I really believe that how I played last year and the confidence I had and the growth of my leadership and just the player I was becoming.
Yes, she can!
Someone would see that. Some free agent will see that and believe that they could help join forces and compete for a championship, compete to get back to where we're supposed to be. And I took a risk. I believed in myself. I betted on myself. And a couple months later, after the decision to stay in Seattle, we got some interest in, NECA calling, Skylar calling, some other free agents getting connected, and things kind of shifted. And it went from how do we rebuild in, 2 to 3 years to, hey, we're right back in this thing in a couple months. So it's been a really cool process to see the team come together. We're right where we're supposed to be right now. Your whole life, you dream of being an Olympian. For me, when I quit tennis, my 2 goals were win a WNBA championship and win an Olympic gold medal. And having that during a COVID season in Tokyo was not ideal. You kind of go there, you're excited to see everything, and you see clean streets, no people, the sky, the buildings, but you don't actually feel the vibe of where you're at. So you don't get the real experience, and we were able to go to the village and things like that, but I feel like this will be my first real Olympics, to feel the real pressure of the fans, to feel the vibe, the vibration of the city, and just hear that. And I think now it's just, the basketball, it gets more exciting. And I think that'd be fun to hear the fans and to actually look in the stands and see your family, right? And so there's so many things that you have to re-experience again, and this one's going to be special. USA! We are in hot, dry Phoenix here at All-Star. It's a pretty cool moment for, I think, the fans for sure, where you have the All-Stars versus the U.S. national team. We are preparing for Paris, which is pretty cool. It's a little chaotic at times, but we have this time here to get to know each other better. This is not your average All-Star game, by any means. Playing against Caitlin and Angel and all the rookies, it's been fun because they've done a remarkable job, honestly, of just coming into the league with everything around them and still making basketball the main thing, which has been really cool. This journey, this diary, for me, it's allowing myself to be free, allowing myself to open up and allowing people to really understand who I am, what it's like to be an elite athlete, what it's like to just be, for me, a normal person. A lot of times I say that and people don't always believe it, but allowing myself to just be free.